Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NJ Racing Podcast. My name is Chris Graham, and it is my pleasure to have with us Neal Williams for an episode of 20 Questions. This show is an irreverent look at your driver's personalities off the track, with 20 or so questions asked in a rapid-fire style. We do minimal editing of the conversation, only stopping the raw feed for outside interruptions. We hope you enjoy this episode and look forward to new episodes coming right here to Facebook and soon to all of your favorite podcasting apps. Without further ado, here's this episode of 20 Questions with Neal Williams. Thank you for joining us today, Neal. Can you please give us your full name?
Yeah, it's Neal Ronald Williams.
And what is your hometown?
Pittsgrove, New Jersey, the Dirty Jers.
All right, tell us about 2018 on the track. Where'd you run? What division? All the kind of good fun details.
Man, it's been kind of a boring year, honestly. Down here at Bridgeport, racing weekly, we only got 8 races in. So I didn't really do much racing, and during those deals, the rainouts, we didn't really travel too much. We were trying to get our second motor and car together, and we missed out, unfortunately, on a lot of races, but trying to make up for it now, running some of these bigger end of the year shows. I've had a lot of speed, just I can't really seem to knock one down yet, so it looks like I'd like to pick up a W these last couple 4 races here, but like I said, the rain, it's just killed us. Killed us as a little hometown team, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been brutal. I can't believe how many races across the board tracks lost this year.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. It hurts everybody, you know?
That's it. The tracks hurt. The fans hurt. The sponsors don't get what they thought they were getting. We get it. So, well, that's what we're going to do here. We're going to try to let you talk about your sponsors a little bit here as we go along. But it's time to run you through the ringer a little bit. At a roulette table, red or black?
Yep. Oh, always black. Johnny Cash.
Besides a race car driver, what do you want to be when you grow up?
A race car driver. A better race car driver.
Okay. What would your vanity plate say?
Man, I don't know. Smile.
Oh, I like that one. What is the first preset on your car stereo?
100% country.
Okay.
Preferably Jason Aldean radio.
Oh, okay. So you're an XM kind of guy then.
Yeah. Well, no.
XM,
that's all
Apple,
Pandora.
Yeah, Pandora, Spotify,
Music,
that kind of stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
How do you like your bacon cooked?
I like my bacon cooked chewy.
Okay. See, now that's a correct answer.
Yep.
Tupac or Biggie?
Biggie.
See, I get another one. Right answer. What's the best meal you ever ate?
The best meal I ever had came from a rooftop bar that I recently went to with my girlfriend Sarah in Philly, and I think it was room 27 or something like that. It was on the top floor of a high rise, and it was pristine seafood. Like, I mean, unbelievable tuna and crab meat. It was good.
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah, right. But I also had a Wagyu Kobe steak in Wyoming recently, and that was the best steak I ever had.
Oh, see, now you're killing me here. We didn't eat yet.
Yeah, I mean, it was good.
Oh, yeah, sounds wonderful. All right, what do you think is the best year in racing history? Can be yours, can be global, can be any topic. What's the best year in racing ever?
Oh man, I don't know. I mean, I think around here, lately, I think there's been a lot of good racing. I was just talking about this. The car counts right now are super high everywhere across the board. All these big time races, even with a lot of races being held on the same weekends, there's a lot of cars showing up. I think there's been a huge turn in local racing because the economy is actually starting to pick back up again. Guys are out there, they're spending money. I think this year and next year are going to be 2 really good years locally. NASCAR, I don't think it's been good in a really long time, so I don't even watch it, honestly. I watch zero NASCAR. I couldn't even tell you who anybody is and where they're at right now on points, nothing. I mean, it totally bores me out. And then I think that last year, 2 years ago with Supercross was probably the best year in the past couple with Kenny right before Kenny got hurt and Doug's getting his last championship. So, these past 3 years have been interesting, I think, across the board. So, Lewis Hamilton had a good year in Formula One this year. I think that was pretty cool watching him dominate, but he's been doing that for the past couple. So, there's a couple different things going on all across the world, different venues and whatnot, but it's all racing. You just got to pick and choose what you want to watch. I try to watch them all.
That's the best answer we've had to that question yet. All right, what was your first concert you attended?
My first concert was actually a country concert, and it was Chase Rice.
Okay.
It was good. It was a good one. It was at the Fillmore in Philly, so it was a small venue,
nice.
but it was packed, and it was a really good time.
Oh, that's awesome. That is my personal it's best way to see a show, those little small intimate venues. So, all right, where did you go on your first date ever?
Man, I don't even know. It's probably to like a corny carnival. Or we have this thing called the Harvest Festival in town, and I think it was there. It was probably there. It was probably around like 14.
Okay. When leaving a liquor store, what's in your brown paper bag?
Oh, it's always Miller Lite.
Okay, so beer guy.
It's Miller Lite. And, lately I've been doing a little bit of whiskey here and there, but I mean, I'll drink Miller Lite all day long, and they should actually sponsor me. I think I'd look really good on really good. Better than Keselowski does.
I say you look good in the blue and white, huh?
100%. Just hook a small town guy up with some beer. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Are cats pets or Chinese food?
Neither. I don't even think they're not either. No. I think they're just animals that should be left in the wild.
Okay. What song best describes your love life?
Man, I don't know. There's a lot of country songs that describe it. I don't know. Probably one of Luke Combs' songs.
Okay. The Sandlot or the original Bad News Bears?
Ooh, Sandlot all day, every day.
Okay.
Grew up watching that as a kid, and it's still one of top 5 all-time favorite movies. I can watch it right now. I get pumped.
Such a great movie. All right, it's 2 a.m.
Well, it's got a really nice back, because it teaches you as a kid that you always need to battle the beast, whatever that is in your life.
Yep, absolutely. All right, it's 2 a.m. after a night at the track. What are you eating and where?
I always stop at Wawa.
Okay.
Always. I'm a huge Wawa guy, and that late, it depends. I mean, if I don't really eat anything at the track, I'm definitely eating an Italian. Definitely eating an Italian sub, or like something little. I might just grab like a pretzel or something like that. Yeah, but I always go there and I try to get a bottle of water and something to eat for sure.
Okay, so in other words, now the Wawa red might clash a little bit with the Miller blue and white though, so we might have to work on the paint scheme.
Man, I would do. Listen, I am a highly frequent flyer of Wawa. I'm telling you, I am in there at least 2 times a day, man, and generally. It's always getting ice cold water. That's where I go. I get water, and like I said, I get a little snack here and there. But that place is awesome.
Nice. All right. Were the Beatles musical geniuses or the first shit boy band?
You know what, dude? The Beatles are actually awesome. I think that if you don't like the Beatles, you don't even understand the time frame, the era where they were at. I think their music was actually really good and like kind of beat boppy, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I grew up listening to that stuff, being around all classic cars and stuff. So, that going to these car shows with my dad's buddies and guys that were cars that he was working on, that's all they ever listened to. So I like the Beatles.
Okay. Would you accept a free one-way ticket to another planet?
Nah, not a chance.
I say there's no race cars there, so.
I have no interest in what's going on out there.
we like terra firma. All right, boardwalk fries or boardwalk pizza?
Pizza all day long.
Do you have a particular favorite on that one?
Pizza?
Yeah.
I do not. Like as far as boardwalk pizza goes, But like, I'm a huge plain pizza guy. Thin crust, crispy. It's got to be crispy. No sag in it. Can't be too cheesy or too saucy. Actually, the more cheese, the better. But it's got to be crispy.
Okay. What is the best racing movie of all time?
The best racing movie of all time has got to be. I mean, I'm sure everybody talks about. I can't even. Why am I blanking on the name? I don't even know where to.
Days of Thunder?
Wow. Yeah, I'm like blanked out here walking into my house. Yeah, I'm like, well, I was just going to start talking about Cole. I mean, for lack of anything else, I mean, like, I enjoy that movie, but I think too many people reference it because it's one of the only ones. Okay. But, you know, I mean, I think Tom Cruise played an unbelievable character, and it really portrayed what is going on in the life of a racer, you know?
It was very much, I think he nailed Tim Richmond, which is what they were going for. I mean, that was loosely the story was Tim Richmond. And well,
you know what's funny is you were talking about the best time in racing, and I was going to say the Tim Richmond error, but not too many people even realize that, you know? If you go back and watch the story on what he did, the disruption that he made, I mean, it's just an awesome story. And you know, we haven't recently. We've seen Kyle Larson do it, but back then was an era where you could just get sideways and beat the doors off of other people and smile at it and get away with it. And that's a cool time.
I'll say it this way: if Tim Richmond lives and if Davey Allison lives, Dale Earnhardt doesn't come close to 7 championships.
I don't know about that. Dale Earnhardt was another dude. He was the stone cold killer. Cold killer.
The one guy who could get under his skin was Tim Richmond. That was my favorite part of that.
Well, it was cool, and to listen to them guys talk about Tim, you know, because he did things that nobody else did. You know, he, like I said, he just came in and disrupted everything.
Yep.
And that's something that's really special. You don't get to see that too much.
All right, so now we're going to follow that one up with, what is the worst racing movie of all time?
Oh, man, dude, I don't even know. You know, there's a part in honestly in Little Rascals with little racing scene, and I maybe that's the worst one. I don't know. I bet.
All right, we are up to the next to last question, and it is my personal favorite to ask. If you were sentenced to death by overconsumption, which would you choose? Death by cheeseburger or death by blowjob?
Ooh, man. Well, first of all, how about death by blowjob while eating a cheeseburger?
See, that's not one of the options.
Either
too much cheeseburger or too much enjoyment below the belt. Something
enjoyment. Enjoyment.
It's really going to kill you either way. It's going to kill you the same way. It's going to be a heart attack. So
no. Come on.
All right.
I'm gonna. Yeah, there's my answer to that. I'm not splitting it up anymore.
That's right. Yeah, I will take number 2, please. Okay. What are your 2019 plans? Make sure you give a shout for the sponsors, the crews, everybody that's helped you out, and what you got going forward for next year.
Man, you know, I mean, we're still in 2018, but, you know, I'm going to be with Sal and South Jersey Overhead Door Car for a long time, you know, and I'm going to be at Bridgeport. And we got a couple things going with some new motor packages and doing a little bit more traveling, some places I haven't really been in a while. You know, and I mean, all my guys will be back with me, you know, my entire crew. Yeah, I mean, they're like family, man. I mean, they basically are. They're all my uncles. I mean, it's great. You know, but the biggest thing is, you know, like I said, our motor package and, you know, the TO cars that we'll be with Jerry at Medford Speeds getting us dialed in with these big blocks and, you know, some new small block stuff. So it's going to be a fun year. Just, you know, I don't want this season to end, but I'm always looking forward to the next one.
All right. Well, that's going to wrap things up for this edition of 20 Questions. We want to thank our guest, Neal Williams, for spending a few minutes with us today. Thank you for joining us as well, all of you listeners on the NJ Racing Podcast. This has been a National Racing Network production, and we hope you'll join us for our next edition of the NJ Racing Podcast. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Thank you for joining us.